Coming this Black Friday to Kindle and e-readers everywhere, from the author of the Simp Trilogy, Stop Simping, Why Men Don't Need Finance to Get Romance, Vanginas, They Look Like Men But They Act Like Ladies, and the Misadventures of Captain Saberhold comes Stop Simping in the Workplace. Learn what mistakes not to make in the workplace with women and protect your job in Stop Simping in the Workplace. Pre-order your copy on e-readers today. Donald Trump is now the new president of the United States. I didn't expect this to happen. I thought we were going to get a one-term Hillary Clinton term, but here we are with Donald Trump being our next president of the United States. And when I look at this whole election, I look at it as a referendum on the 8 years of Barack Obama and how he promised hope and change to people and how people got nothing from his 8 years in office. Because when you look at the state of America, it really is in a worse state than it was 8 years ago. When we look at all of Obama's policies, they have pretty much made America's quality of life worse. And then we had your Hillary Clinton saying that she was going to double down and go on to continue pursuing the exact same policies of Barack Obama, saying that she was going to create another stimulus package. And I guess Americans had had enough of the Barack Obama administration and the Obama policies and the Obama legacy. And I think that's what we had a real referendum on yesterday at the election sites out here. We had a whole referendum on that. People saying enough is enough. We've had enough of doing more of the same. This man has promised change, but things sadly continue to stay the same. Because now we're in a position where Republicans now not only control the presidency, but they control the House and the Senate. And it's going to be interesting to see if your President Trump will be able to do more than Barack Obama did in 2009 when he left millions of unemployed people like myself hanging while they went on vacation instead of extending that unemployment benefits, which I really think was the start of the nail in the coffin for Barack Obama. Because at that point, he showed that his legacy was more important than the American people. He was more concerned with pushing Obamacare rather than taking care of all these Americans who had been laid off from their jobs. And 8 years later, those same Americans who were laid off in that Great Recession of 2008 decided it was enough with the Democratic Party. That's what I look at with this election. And when I look at this election, it shows me that, we had a complete the Republicans not only took the presidency, but they took the House and the Senate. And I have to wonder if they're going to capitalize on that opportunity to take care of the needs of the American people, because the American people have demanded, they want some sort of change. And one of the things they want changed is that Obamacare. They really want this bill repealed because this bill, as I see it, pretty much is holding back the American economy. This Obamacare next year, for many Americans, is going to be over $16,000, and a lot of Americans just can't afford this health care bill. This thing is killing the economy. Many businesses can't afford it because they are now mandatory. They can't hire full-time workers. They can only afford to hire part-time workers because they have to be responsible for the medical costs and health care costs of those workers. So that's pretty much undercutting their ability to start hiring. And we also look at many of Obama's other policies, like his foreign policy, which pretty much has destabilized the Middle East, and many of his other business policies. And we have to wonder if the Republicans are going to take advantage and capitalize on that. And we have to wonder, what is their plan? Because the ball is now in their court, and we have to wonder about it. I mean, I still believe that Trump is not qualified to be a president, but we have to see what this guy is going to do. And we can only look at the Democratic Party and say that this is all their own fault for not taking care of the needs of the American people over the last 8 years and taking care of what American people have been demanding them to do. When I look at the Democratic Party, I see them as a elitist, disconnected group of liberals who have idealistic ideas about where the country should go, but no real plan and no real course for what direction the country should go in. And that's one of the things that undid them yesterday on election day, was the fact that they had no real ideas, no real economic plan, no real sense of direction, and all they were voting on and pushing their campaign on was not being Trump. and not looking at the legacy of Barack Obama. Because when you look at the legacy of Barack Obama, I believe that's pretty much what undid Hillary Clinton, and that's what undid the Democratic Party. Because Barack Obama's legacy for everyone, especially black people, was to do absolutely nothing except sit there and twiddle his thumbs and talk about change, but then not be about change. It remains to be seen what Trump will be all about and what the Republican Party is going to do. But this is the government we the people elected, and we the people are going to have to take responsibility for whatever happens from here on in.